is Elena. I am a teacher, and I love my job. My students are bright and curious, and every day I enjoy guiding them. Last year, I met John, a fellow teacher. He was friendly and funny, and I enjoyed talking to him. The first time I met John, there was something about his smile that made my heart feel warm. He walked through the school hallways with ease, joking with students, bringing energy into every room he entered. Our classrooms were close to each other, and soon our small talks turned into longer conversations. One afternoon, I was in the teacher's lounge, writing my lesson plan, when John sat across from me.
Long day?
He asked, with a playful smirk. I looked up and sighed. Very. My students were extra energetic today. He chuckled.
That just means they like you.
His words made me smile. I liked talking to him. He had a way of making everything feel lighter. Over the next few weeks, we started spending more time together. Sometimes we would grab coffee after school. Other times, we would talk for hours about our dreams, our childhoods, the things that made us who we were. I felt comfortable around him in a way I hadn't felt with anyone in a long time. One evening, after a long day, we sat together in the empty schoolyard. The sun was setting, painting the sky in soft shades of pink and gold. I always wanted to be a teacher, I said. But sometimes I wonder if I made the right choice. John looked at me with a softness in his eyes.
You're an amazing teacher, Elena. I see the way your students look at you. You inspire them.
His words meant more to me than I could say. And in that moment, as the golden light reflected in his eyes, I realized something. I was falling for him. At first, I ignored the feeling. He never spoke about a wife or a family. He was always there, always present, and I convinced myself that if he had someone, he would have mentioned it. But our bond grew stronger. The way he looked at me, the way he listened so intently when I spoke, the way his laughter filled the silence between us. It all felt so real, so natural. One evening, we went to a small cafe after school. It had started raining, and the sound of raindrops against the window made everything feel intimate.
You make my days better, Elena,
he said, his voice low. I felt my heartbeat quicken. You make mine better too. For a moment, it felt like the world had disappeared, leaving only the two of us. He reached across the table, his fingers barely brushing against mine. I didn't pull away. I thought it was the beginning of something beautiful. I thought he felt the same way. Then, one evening, my phone rang. I didn't recognize the number. Hello? I answered. A woman's voice came through.
Is this Elena?
Yes, this is me. I felt an unease settle in my chest.
My name is Olivia.
She said.
I'm John's wife.
The world around me froze. I could barely breathe. What?
We've been married for 5 years.
She continued.
I love him. I don't want to lose him.
I felt like I had been punched in the stomach. My hands started shaking. Why are you telling me this? I whispered.
I saw you and John together.
Olivia said. Her voice cracked.
I just thought you should know the truth.
I felt tears burning in my eyes. He never told me, I said. My voice was barely audible. There was silence for a moment. Then Olivia spoke again.
I have pictures.
She said.
I can send them to you.
Seconds later, my phone buzzed. I hesitated before looking. And then I saw them. Photos of John and Olivia together, smiling, happy, in love. A sharp pain stabbed my heart. The moments I had spent with John, the conversations, the laughter, had all been built on a lie. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind replayed every moment with John, every touch, every smile. I wanted to hate him, but a part of me still longed for him. How could he do this to me? How could he do this to her? The next day at school, John smiled at me as if nothing had changed.
Hi, Elena.
My heart raced, but I had made my decision. Can we talk? I asked. He nodded, and we went to a quiet place. I took a deep breath. John, I need to talk to you about Olivia. His face changed.
What do you mean?
She called me, I said. She told me everything. John's expression turned to shock.
Oh no, I should have told you.
I felt anger rise in me. Why didn't you?
I was scared.
He admitted.
I didn't want to lose you.
I shook my head. But you have a wife. This isn't fair,
I know.
he whispered.
I made a mistake.
It's too late now, I said. I can't be with you. John looked desperate.
Please don't leave me. I need you.
I fought back tears. But you have Olivia, I said.
I love you.
He confessed.
I want to be with you.
My heart ached, but I knew what had to be done. You need to choose, I told him. You can't have both of us. John was silent. I waited, but I already knew his answer. Take your time, I said, but I will not wait for you. I walked away, feeling broken. Days passed. I focused on my job, spent time with friends, and tried to forget John. But it was hard. One evening, alone at home, memories of him came flooding back. I missed him. But then Olivia's words echoed in my mind. I love him. I want to keep my family. I understood her pain. I did not want to be the reason her world fell apart. Seeking comfort, I called my best friend, Maria. We met at a cafe, and I told her everything.
You did the right thing, Elena.
She said.
You cannot be with someone who is married.
I know, I sighed, but it hurts.
It's okay to feel sad.
Maria reassured me.
You need to take care of yourself.
Her words gave me strength. After a week, I decided to meet Olivia again. I wanted to support her. We met at a park, and she looked worried.
Thank you for meeting me.
She said, I wanted to see how you are. I replied. I'm sorry for everything,
It's hard for me.
Olivia admitted. She told me about her fears, her pain, and her love for John. You are a strong woman, I told her. Talk to him. Be honest,
You're right.
she said.
I need to speak to him.
I will support you, I promised. I don't want to be a problem in your life. Olivia looked at me with gratitude.
Thank you, Elena.
We talked for hours, realizing we were both strong in different ways. We both loved John, but only one of us had a future with him. I knew I needed a fresh start. I decided to leave the city.
You need to do what's best for you.
Maria told me.
You will be okay.
On my last day at school, My students hugged me goodbye. "We will miss you, Elena," they said. I left with mixed emotions: sadness, excitement, hope. As I packed my things, I thought of John. I hoped he and Olivia would work things out. In my new city, I found a job at a school with kind teachers. I made new friends. I started to feel happy again. One day, a message arrived from Olivia. "I talked to John," she wrote. "We are trying to work things out." Relief washed over me. "I'm happy for you," I replied. "Thank you for understanding," she said. I smiled. I had made the right choice. As time passed, I focused on my new life. I healed. I grew. I moved forward. One evening, I walked in the park, feeling peaceful. I realized I was ready for new experiences, new adventures. And I knew that one day, love would find me again. Thank you, my dear reader, for being here with me. Your support means the world to me. I hope this story touched your heart. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next one. See you soon.